Eric Adams, George Latimer, one man trying to steer the city through tough times, the other seeking to help steer the country through tough times. The Point starts right now. It's the halfway mark in Eric Adams' term in office. Some choppy seas, COVID, migrants, people who want his job, and a whole lot of tough budget cuts. Is there any way out? But before we talk about budget cuts, I want to talk to you about a new bill that's coming before the City Council. The City Council wants to make police file a report for every person they talk to. A tourist asks for directions, file a report. You're at a medical scene and you're talking to somebody like, how did the person fall down? File a report, and it has to do with their age, their gender, their sex, their race. If they keep doing all this paperwork, how are they going to fight crime? And
it's really frightening when you think about it. You have a missing child. You go and speak with people. Do you know this child we're trying to find? Each interaction, you're going to have to file a report. And then at the end of the night, officers have to download this information, may come into overtime. This is a real frightening way to try to govern a city like New York.
But see, they say it's because they want to end racial profiling. But is this the way to do it? And given the fact that you have to cut back on city services, is this going to further make it difficult to fight crime?
Oh, without a doubt. You take it, the more and more you have police officers handle paperwork, they're not going after perpetrators. That is not how you keep the city safe. That is not how we drove down crime in this city. Have we removed 6,000 guns off the street, 13,000 over the two years that I've been here. We did it by allowing our police officers to do their job and not to get in the way of that.
So are you going to have to veto this bill if it passes?
I'm hoping it doesn't get that way, but if I do, there's no way I would sign this bill into law.
Because it would just hamstring the police?
Yes, it would. It would do more than that. It would endanger public safety.
So while we're on the topic of police and public safety, CBS Studios is right down the street from a migrant shelter. And every day you go by, there are hundreds of scooters and mostly scooters. And it's led to sort of a rash of crime around the broadcast center. But the question is, why are these scooters allowed to be there? There are no license plates, and we don't even know whether these people have a license to drive them. Is there a way to crack down on it? Should there be a way to crack down on it?
Well, there's two things. Number one, I said this a few months ago, we're going to start to see the visual fallout of this crisis. We were successfully able to keep the visual fallout from the people of the city of New York, but we're going to start to see it, and I want to be honest with New Yorkers about it. We have a real initiative. We have removed almost 13,000 illegal scooters off our streets.
13,000?
Yes, illegal.
But you walk up the street from the broadcast center, there's hundreds that are still there.
Exactly.
Every single shelter.
We've created, this national problem has created a black market of employment. Remember, the migrants and asylum seekers weren't able to work, they can't work legally, and so it has created this underground market that is really dangerous to the infrastructure of our city, and the scooters you see is a reflection of that. Now, each time we go in to remove those that are unlicensed, some of them are stolen, some of them are being used for crimes. Every time we remove them, there's this revolving door system that's in place.
But they don't even have a license to drive them. How is that allowed? How are they allowed to be on the street, and why aren't the police stopping them to see if they have a license?
No, they are. 13,000, I said. But you can't stop someone that's not, if there's no license plates on, then you could take action. But if they have a license plates on, if they're following the laws, you're not going to stop them just to be stopping them. But what we have been doing, we have been focusing at some of these locations, looking at the VIN numbers, looking at their illegal, and we've been removing them off the street. But Marcia, that's just a byproduct of the crises that the national government has created in the city of New York. That's what I'm trying to say to the people of the New York. People look at the mayor and they say, Mayor, how's you letting this happen? I went to Washington 10 times.
And got nothing.
Exactly. But something did come out of the trip. We're now building a coalition. Now you see the Chicago mayor, the Denver mayor, Massachusetts governor. Now, what I was alone talking about this, now you're seeing a real outcry across the country.
But it seems like the president doesn't do anything. He doesn't hear your cry. And that's very frustrating, I'm sure, for you, but also for the lawmakers like Senator Schumer and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who are unable to deliver for the state they represent.
And the state that they love. They love New York City, two Brooklyn guys. They don't want to see this happening. When I met with them, they too are frustrated. Listen, I'm angry, and New Yorkers are angry. And the polls are reflecting the toll of this, of what I have gone through with this real crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis.
But while we're talking about your poll numbers, which are very low, here's the thing. So you've had to take some really hard budget cuts. Yes. You want to cut cops and fire and libraries and education. And I have asked you before, why not consider some tax hikes? So, for example, instead of saying, tax hikes are bad, let's talk about some of the things you might be able to do. What about appealing the tax breaks that, like, colleges like NYU and Columbia, nonprofits, museums, churches, synagogues, they are among the 10 largest landlords in New York. They own billions of dollars worth of property. You could get millions of dollars of taxes from them. Why not do it?
And let me be clear on this. Everything is on the table. Everything is on the table.
You're going to consider, you're thinking about taxing them.
I'm thinking about everything is on the table. If we're taking library hours away, if we're having our city agencies have to find efficiencies inside, which is traumatizing for my commissioners who dedicate their lives to these initiatives, Marcia, everything is on the table. I need to get clear to New Yorkers. We have a $12 billion hole. We have a $12 billion hole. We can't, this is not sustainable. And even if let's say you raise taxes and we continue to get almost 3,000 migrants a week, we're going to keep raising taxes more and more and more, eventually.
That's not sustainable either.
That's what I'm trying to share with you. That's what the federal government has placed us into.
But here's the other thing, though. Yes. Given the fact that people say, oh, my God, we're not going to be safe because you're going to cut cops, and oh, my God, we're not going to be safe because you're going to cut fire, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's other things you could do, like you could raise fees. Like, why don't you raise the fee for going through a red light or going through a speed camera zone? These are things that you could do. Is that on the table too?
I cannot be any clearer.
Let me read more taxes because I want to get you. I'm going to rope you in. Hotel occupancy tax, mansion tax, mortgage recording tax, stock transfer tax, tax the rich. Are all on the table?
So listen, some of the taxes that you're talking about are under control of Albany.
But you can ask the governor to do it.
Right. And what I said, the governor and I met a few days ago, and we're both on the same page with the frustration that's coming out of D.C., the destabilization that is taking place in the city. Look at where we were in January 1st, 2022, Marcia, and what we were experiencing. We were hemorrhaging jobs. Crime was surging. No one wanted to be on the subway system. We turned all that around in 2 years. More private sector jobs in the history of the city. Millions of people back on the subway.
The crisis is overshadowing all of that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And it's preventing you from taking a victory lap for all the things you've accomplished.
Right, and that's what we should. This interview right now should be an interview about this guy, little Brooklyn guy from South Jamaica, Queens, turned around the city in 2 years when people told me it was going to take 4 years. Yeah, and now because of this migrant crisis, it has given a different narrative to this administration.
Are you angry at the president?
Listen, I'm angry at Washington, D.C., because the Republicans there are not doing real immigration reforms. We're not getting the resources that we need. I think FEMA should do more. We need to call a state of emergency in this city with this humanitarian crisis. And so I'm angry at a process in Washington, D.C. that's impacting the economic engine of the country. That's what New York City is.
Should Biden be the president? Should he be the nominee of the Democratic Party next time?
I support President Biden. I said it more than once. I don't have to agree everything that someone is doing. I know what the alternatives are, and that they do not look good for the people of the city.
Is he the best person to run against what looks like the nominee of the Republican Party, Donald Trump?
I think he is. I think he's the best person to run against him.
Can he beat him?
I think he can. I think he can. I believe that we have to have a course correct. We've underestimated the impact of the migrant and asylum seeker issue that's impacting major cities in this country.
So the Senate is going to stay in session next week, because they want to do a package that would provide aid to the Ukraine, but also do something about migrants. Are you at all hopeful that you'll be able to get some kind of a bill that will do the decompression that you're looking for from the government?
My conversation with Senator Schumer understands how severe this issue is. He sees what's happened to his beloved Brooklyn and beloved city, and I'm hoping that we can get something done that's going to do a decompression strategy, properly fund this, and make sure that the entire country absorb this and not just a few cities.
Will the House go along with it?
I hope so. I hope so. And, you know, based on a recent ruling with the redrawing of the lines, I'm hoping that Hakeem Jeffries become the majority leader.
Well, that's going to be a really hard one to look at, because they're going to look at very carefully the gerrymandering. And you know that there's a temptation to do that.
And listen, we can fairly, 5 seats here in this city, if you fairly draw the lines, I think we win back those 5 seats that we have here. All
right, we're going to have to leave it right there for now, but our conversation continues with the mayor right after the show on our streaming channel, CBS News New York.